I know. Don't you love how we have music? I have a theme song in my head. If I could have my theme music follow me around, it would. It kind of does because I'm always dancing. But I am just talking. Okay, hello, people. How's it going? I know we're live. It's okay. There's always something happening. Always something happening. But guess what? I am not going to worry about what's not working because don't nobody care at this point. We're going to go ahead, play this theme music, and get into this conversation. Good evening. Did you know I want to be a singer? Did you know that, Gary?
I feel like that's the career path that was chosen, but you didn't dedicate it.
No, right? And a dancer. and I want to be like Broadway, dance. I want to be that person.
I can see that.
Did not have the chops. I didn't have it. I have to tell you about that some other time, sir. But good evening, everyone. Welcome to Girl Listen. This is going to be that one because this is going to be that one. I am so excited about what we're going to do today. For those of you tuning in, we are streaming live, looks like, to LinkedIn. We are back on LinkedIn because Instagram Live is about that foolishness, and I am a Virgo, and we are not. You're not about foolishness. Don't do it. But we are on LinkedIn. Hello, LinkedIn. And we are on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, I would love it if you would like, share, and subscribe. I would love your support. Okay, there it is. We got our community here. Clearly, my mom is here. Hello, mother. Hello,
hi, Mom.
Good evening to you. We have Sarah G in the building.
Hi,
Good
Sarah.
evening, Sarah. We got Danny. Danny is back. We have
What's up, Danny?
Girl.
What's up, Danny?
Danny is here. Oh my God. Hold up. Oh my goodness. We have a star in the building. I'm not going to say, but you'll see more of this star in my Instagram stories. So I want you guys to check that out. Check it out. I'll share more about it later. But let me not digress because I really want to get into this conversation. When I sat with Gary some time ago, we were just talking about some ideas, and this is one of the ideas that came up. Something that a number of us probably can relate to, some of us anyway. So I want to share with you a little bit of foundation. Okay, I want to set the stage for this conversation, and then we are going to get into it.
I said I had to really break it down.
Are you serious? Well, no, I know.
I know. She was like, if you were really about me, I would know what's going on with you, and therefore you would be prioritizing me. And I said to her, I said, listen.
Are you videotaping?
I am. You guys are ridiculous. I have to keep this shit.
And I had to really break it down. I said, listen, what you're expecting in my response is an infrastructure of how people interact that's built over time. You think that getting to my heart is an elevator ride from the ground floor to the motherfucking sky deck. Half of that shit, I said, listen, goddammit, that shit is a motherfucking staircase. You got to walk your ass patiently.
Oh my God.
Because you don't get to know what the fuck is going on with me just because you want to know.
It's crazy.
I'm like, I met you on a motherfucking app.
Just in case you didn't know, that is my Virgo brother, Bizza. He is me in male form. So if you thought that there wasn't more of me in the world, I'm sorry to let you know. There is more of me in the world. There is more of me in the world. So we're talking tonight about meeting on a dating app. That's our conversation. And we are looking at dating in the 2020s. Now, Gary, I'm going to let you help me out here. I'm gonna let you help me out because I came off the scene. I came off the market in 2017.
Oh,
But
everybody ain't able.
I have heard that there is pee in the dating pool. That's what I've heard. It's not it's dirty water. That's what I've been told. So let you start. Give me the overall male synopsis, if you will, of dating in the 2020s.
So you are absolutely correct. It's pee in there. It's also dirty fish. It's a little poo in there. It's infested. It's an infestation. Global warming ain't got nothing on this dating pool right now. In the 2020s, what we have here are a lot of people who aren't ready, a lot of unrealistic expectations that you don't hold for yourself, but you expect other people to have. And then most importantly, you got people playing around because nobody wants to get their feelings hurt, but they want to hurt other people's feelings. It's so much more, but I'm gonna leave it there in case you got any questions. But before we continue, what have you heard about dating in the 2020s, if you will?
I have heard that people have said it's harder, but it feels like the same stuff I was going through when I was dating in the 2010s. Like, I'm looking at now, I am sharing because I was that person. Okay, as a Virgo on a dating app, and yes, I met my husband on a dating app. I did. Just in case you didn't know, it is possible to find love on a dating app.
Everybody ain't
some of the bios, and we're gonna share some bios. As you can see, I have blurred out the faces because somebody may know these people. And some of the DMs received, it was garbage then. I can only imagine it is still garbage now. Probably, I don't know, like, can you be any more garbage? Like,
I think that's the best way to say it is it's more garbage, most garbage. Buku garbage. I don't know. It's garbage though. You are right. It's garbage. It's whatever classification of garbage you want it to be.
I mean, it was bad then. Like I said, the stuff that was there, and then he's like, preach, Gary. Hey, it was stuff going on beforehand. So I have to think as Reggie says, Reg, he said it's trash.
Trash.
It's trash. I mean, it was difficult when I was on the dating, and mind you, I did it twice. So in 2016, I got lucky. I had done it in 2014, 2015 as well. More 2014, and then in 2015, I was like, okay, I gotta take a break because it's too much. So, yeah, I love seeing a unicorn, man. It can happen. We're gonna talk about it.
They say if you get a unicorn,
definitely happen. He also says, there's the trash, and then there is sewage.
Elevation. I like that.
Yeah.
Elevation.
Sean Anthony is in the building. He's like, oh, never tried it. Okay, well, Sean Anthony, since you're here and I have a little bit of your history, would you tell us how long you have been married, sir? Because you haven't had to deal with some of this that's going on out here. But I want to talk about free versus paid. So 2 weeks ago when we talked about self-love versus Valentine's Day and dating apps and stuff, the people who are doing this for free, I feel, are not really invested or trying to meet somebody. I could be wrong. People who are paying for their matches, supposedly you should get a higher quality match. Now, Gary, have you paid for any?
I usually do free. I have done paid, and this is over various amounts of years. So there's a little bit of an age difference. So I've been in different stages of dating apps, and we can cross that bridge when we get there. But I've done the paid, I've done the free. You should yield better results when it's paid. However, I believe the app of choice or website of choice actually dictates that level of success. So we'll use Tinder because that's a popular one, right? And for those who want to chime in, Tinder is a hookup site, right? Whenever you pay on Tinder, your results aren't going to really vary very much, I don't believe, because it's still a hookup site. I know we were talking about like if it's eHarmony or Match, whenever you pay, you should tend to yield better results. I guess I want to ask you, if you were to do free on those particular sites, do you think you could get the same results if you were to just do free versus paid on those, since the premise of it is more romantic versus, I guess, physical? That's a lighter way of putting it.
I don't know. When I did it, there was one, what was it called? Oh, blackpeoplemeet.com. That's what it was.
I know about that one too.
I did it in 2014. I did it in 2014. And because everybody has their preference. I have a preference. I'm just gonna call it. And I didn't share it here, but I had a string of screenshots of short guys. Quick sidebar. I'm sorry.
Don't do it.
We're not seeing eye to eye. We're not seeing eye to eye. Like, I literally look over you. I'm just gonna put it out there. I do tall, and I had like a lot of 5'7", 5'5" dudes. No, I don't. Please, let's not make it appear that we're not attracted to things. Like you have to physically see. I can't. So, but I did Black People Meet, and then I did Zoosk, and that's where I met Kenneth.
Oh, okay. I had never done Zoosk. Okay.
Yeah, Zoosk. I thought they had a commercial out there like this past year. Yeah. I think they had a commercial.
They have. I never done it. That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I did that one. So now I've never done free, but here's the bio from one of the dudes who did paid. Yeah. First of all, the grammar. Okay. The grammar is like ridiculous, but I'll just read some of it. Like, I'm a great man. Okay, sorry. The grammar and the lack of a period. Right? Like, everything is a comma. Sometimes
punctuation is key.
You gotta stop. I'm a great man, not the trash you are used to. I'm a great father, worked very hard in life. A true rags to riches story. I do over $250,000 a year. I have my own home, cars that cost more than your houses. It's not about material things, but just the fruits of my labor. Please do not confuse me with the trifling. I like how he put trifling, TRYFULLING. Hooked on phonics works for me. Okay, he tried it. Trifling little boys that are pretending to be a man, because I am far from that. My punishment when I move past a female, that's red flag, is you get to continue to deal with the broke ass trash you are used to.
Woo!
Woo! Bruh.
Woo.
Now, this is the second part. Part. I'm gonna get to the comments, but this is the second part of his bio.
There's more?
Okay, ladies. Okay, check it. LADY''S. Ladies. What you have beneath your waist, WASTE, doesn't motivate me. Okay, so like you can't make up. You make up stuff like this. Come on, man. Like, so let me just stop there. That is what I was getting with
ladies.
Paid.
Wow.
That's with the paid. So yeah. As Lorez says, as a tech person, I can 100% say paid is so much better than free. Okay, so I will say it is, because even though this one got through the cracks, what was out there that was just paid was extra ridiculous. Was Grammarly around back in 2016?
Grammarly, it's been around for a while. I use it on a couple of papers in college, so it's been.
Because I'm just like, what the what? What? Oh, 22 years, married 26.
Shout out! Congratulations!
I only did Yahoo Chat. That's how long ago it was. And Black Planet. Yes, I met a guy from Yahoo Chat. So back in the day, for those of us who remember, the chat rooms were where we were finding our people. Right? It was just one of those things. So, what can I tell you? Especially on Hinge for the youngest. Okay.
Yes, Hinge is
Now you've used Hinge, right, Gary? Have you used
I've had a couple of recent experiences on Hinge, and they weren't really beneficial.
Really?
No. No.
Yeah, we had to, we had to do a sidebar because that like I love being tall, and I would typically wear like a 4 to 5 inch heel.
Now hold on. Since let me do a sidebar to your sidebar real quick. Now I understand what you're saying because you're taller, right? I have an issue with I'm pretty tall too, right? Shorter women, I'm talking about 5 foot and shorter, are saying that I'm not tall enough for them. How tall do you need me to be?
Well, my dad was tall. My mother's 5'4", and my dad was what, 6'2"?
Yes.
So like
it's some women that I met that say they wouldn't be tall enough though. What you want, a basketball player? I'm sorry. You are a whole. We are here, and you're telling me I'm too short for you? Okay. I'm sorry. Continue. I'm sorry, y'all. She can go get back to the comments. I went to rant. This will be a sidebar. I went to rant. I'm sorry.
I like how he says, "As a short king, I'm offended." I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to stick up for you, brother.
This is just one of those things. And yes, he did say trifling. Hooked on phonics works for me. Yeah.
Johnny can spell. Johnny can spell is what we had back when I was growing up, and Johnny couldn't spell. In this instance, Johnny couldn't spell.
Can't spell to save his life. It's like, dude, but feels really good about himself. Yes, mad ego. And for me, any guy who talks about a woman as a female, I don't know, something about that just irks me. It literally irks me. I can't even identify what it is, but it just doesn't feel right. I don't think I'm the only one. I may not be. Yeah, major ick. It's like, something about that is just like not. Like, don't call me a female. I'm a woman. This is female.
Yeah.
Not a 6-figure man that can't spell. Yes. I'm wondering if he can really count, because maybe he didn't bring in 6 figures.
Not can he count?
All right.
Not can he count? Woo.
Hey. All right. Now, I want to make sure, is this Hainer? I just want to make sure, because I'm seeing Kate again. I could have sworn last time we thought it was a different kind of Kate, because I know some Kates.
We got to figure out what's going on. We got to figure out what's going on in this game.
I know, right? Oh, I met a man on Tagged once.
Okay.
Oh. Now, I had never heard of Tagged until this afternoon.
Yeah.
When you spoke about it. I was like,
Yeah.
what's Tagged?
Tagged
is real quick.
Tagged was the prequel to Tinder, Plenty of Fish. Well, Plenty of Fish and Tag kind of came at the same time, but it's a prequel to Tinder, Hinge, and things like that. It was on the back half of like Black Planet and things. So Tag was one of the ones, like an early iteration, but that's where I found out it got dirty real fast too. So after Tag, that's when it got infested, but it was dirty when Tag was around.
I forgot, there were a few people that I held a conversation with on Black Planet.
I shouldn't have been on
that was the spot in the 90s.
Yeah, I shouldn't have been on there. I gotta know what I was thinking.
Hey, Spencer B is here. He says, truth be told, tall women be tripping. And they tend to have the reach on you. So yes, G, I'm talking about you. Standing next to you in heels is just not cool. First of all, Spencer.
How tall is Spencer then?
Spencer is on the shorter side.
He's a short king. Hey, Spencer, I wasn't trying to throw shots at you. She tried to whisper.
I'm not throwing any shots. I'm just saying that
she's trying to make you catch a straight.
This is what it was. This is he and I have had this conversation. He and I have had it. I want to go into some more of these paid bios. But I'm gonna skip down to this one. I like a kind and open-minded woman. I like a woman whom is educated and know how to carry on a proper sentence without wrong subject and verb agreements. I had to break it down for those who claim to be educated. I seek a woman whom can shock and entertain me, just depend upon the chemistry, mental side. I'm not picky about race. It's all about being happy with one another. I've been around the world. I have a whole new understanding about life and open-minded. All right. Now, English was not my major, but I am certain some of this ain't right. I am clear that some of this right here is not correct. It's not grammatically correct, bruh. But I do like that he wants a classy woman, but she must know how to leave the diva-ness outside the door. And she must be able to cook healthy meals in caps. So you want somebody to cook for you? Okay, that's.
So that's where we get into some of these unrealistic expectations. So it's, for me, things that you don't do for yourself. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I heard that Alice lives in Hoboken. I'm just saying, like, this is a dating app, not a, you know what I mean? But the perfect match is a fun-loving lady who loves to laugh, likes to go to sports bar and watch a game and have a beer or two, a movie, is fit and takes care of herself. You know, okay, so the punctuation, I can only get so many words out before I have to breathe and pause. And that's why a period is so important, okay?
Well,
like,
for me,
pause.
For me,
because he's still going. This is running. This is running. She is fit and takes care of herself. I'm a big guy, but I'm working on it. So I like a woman smaller than me, not trying to be mean, just being honest.
So we could be mean in this, right? He said he likes a woman smaller than him. He's a big guy and he's working on it. You leave it up to your imagination, because you're trying to be rude. So just leave it up to your imagination. Just leave it there.
Okay, now I admit in my private text messages, I don't always use a period. And I get that we have become a little lackadaisical in our communication. However, this is first impression. Like, bruh, you got like we running for days over here. We running for days. I'm like, I don't believe in stopping. Just like stop. Like, stop. Just a little bit. He said these stallions got standing as high as their legs.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Facts.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay, so he's 5'7" and the whole half, but I have the heart of a 6'4" killer.
Who are you, Lil Wayne, sitting on a wall? Like, no, you are. Be proud of your 5'7"ness. The essence of the half.
Hey, now here's the deal. I'm only 5'8.5", right? They won't give you that 5 now. Like, I won't get it. But instead, I put on 4 and 5 inch heels. So
I just gotta ask, and this is for the audience as well as you. Why y'all be putting these halves on here? Y'all trying to round up?
First of all, when you go to the doctor and they measure you, but on your license they chop off. Although technically, if you're a half, you're closer to here than you are to there.
That's what I'm saying. So you want to say you 5'9" then?
Might as well, but the government the man is holding me down.
I'm trying to help you out. Look, I'm just saying, especially you 5'8", not 5'7.5". Go claim it. Ain't nobody gonna check.
Right. I like how Lorette says, why does it still feel like bro was still using whom wrong? Talking about some subject verb. I know. I was like, look, this is not right. Like, bro, there's a place for it. He went too far. He went too far. But I love how he wants to present himself as so highly educated. Just so highly educated.
Did you get highly educated from there? Because I didn't. I didn't.
So Anthony says, hey, I love a woman who can cook. Deal breaker if you couldn't. I'm just saying. Okay, same thing here. I watched my father cook for my mother all the years of his life, up until where he couldn't. So I came in with the idea of this guy has to know how to cook for me.
Now, but that's not an unrealistic expectation, because you can cook.
Yes,
right?
I can cook.
You can cook.
But I've always seen my father cook for my mother. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's like, can you cook?
Yes.
Because this is the norm that I saw in my household.
Right. And my dad cooked for my mom too. Very much. Yeah.
Danny and I'm 5'8", I'm 5'7" and 7'8".
5'8", Danny. You are 5'8". Come on now. I'm giving you I am giving you permission to say you are 5'8".
So let me move on to our next one, because there's a meet and greet. And there was a dear friend. She told me a bet. She said, take your online offline. So if I would meet somebody, I would get in the DMs and say, hey, can we just meet for a quick coffee or tea or water at like a Starbucks or whatever was local, 15-minute meet and greet. That's what I would do, because if we're not vibing, there ain't no point in continuing. Like all this back and forth. And I admit I had a list, y'all. I'm a Virgo. Do not judge me, okay? But I had a list, and I would I would go deep into these conversations. And she said, G, you're doing too much. Take your online offline. Do a quick meet and greet. If it's working, great. If it's not, keep moving. So Gary, do you do meet and greets? Or
yeah. So my thing is, whenever you match or you start a conversation, whatever, I am trying to, within that first week, if I can, go ahead and do a meet and greet. Maybe it's a date, but go ahead and get the whole meeting first, kind of get some of those butterflies out the way so that we can actually see what's going on. It has worked sometimes, and it's also backfired sometimes too. But the main thing is, like, I don't want to be on the app this whole time. Like, the purpose to me of the dating app is to find somebody, get off of there, or people, if you want to be plural, find whoever and get off so that you're able to like cultivate something in person, in reality, if you will. So yeah, meet and greets, I've done just like you, like it was suggested towards you. That's just my whole thing. Like, I'm not trying to be on here too long. Like, let's see.
So two things. One, I believe mature adults date, right?
Yeah.
Like you date. If you and this other person have now decided to be in something monogamous, then there is no more of that, right? But that's a conversation. Just because we met one time don't mean that we about to settle down. Mature adults go out on dates with various people. There's nothing obscure or crazy about that. That's what mature adults do. So that's it. But I did meet and greets. And there's this one guy. First of all, I will just say this. If you want to know about the foolishness I had to deal with, the Black Power Bunny dating diary is still on my YouTube channel. You can't make this stuff up. I had mad content for days. Because you just can't make it up. There was one guy, as I told Gary as we were going through this, I would much rather watch paint dry than sit in this man's company. It was so awful. It was okay. Not only was it awful, but I had an emergency call, and I'm asking for those who are still in it. I want to know, because Mr. Jack was clear, and I asked him, I said, "Do you have any stories to tell for this evening?" And he was like, "No, I have no stories." He said, "Are you going to tell them about your emergency phone call?" I had an emergency phone call. I had a friend who would call like 10 minutes into the meet and greet to help me out if it was going astray.
Shame.
What's wrong with that? Like, if it's not working, I need a gracious way out of the situation. Was that like, am I the only one? Is there anyone else out there who has an emergency call? So if stuff gets out of pocket, you'd be like, and I'm out because the building's on fire and I gotta go. That's what I had to do. But why you grinning, Gary?
Because we had this whole discussion that I told you on a couple of my meet and greets or dates, however it was in my head or their head or whatever. It wasn't working a couple of times, so I was like, listen, this ain't working. I'm gonna go ahead and dip out. It was nice meeting you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night, and good luck to you, love. Like, I hit it like that. And you were like, oh man, I've never done it like that. I was like, that was your whole thing too. You just had a plan. Like, you was trying to make it seem like I was the enemy in here. You had a plan too. You was the enemy too.
I feel as if it's just more gracious to have a reason to leave than to just walk out.
But we know the truth, G. We know the truth. You didn't have a gracious way. You just had somebody call and try to cushion the blow.
Right. I had somebody call a couple of times. When I met Kenneth, somebody did call, and she was like, "Has the eagle landed?" I said, "Oh no, I'm busy right now. I'll call you back later." So she knew that it was going to be a good one. But yeah, I had an emergency call. I mean, like hello, you have to plan for things. But let me say this, and I'm gonna get back to the comments. So in the midst of it, and I know we're going to talk about in the DMs that's coming up next with the meet and greet, as I would get these really ridiculous DMs, and maybe you got some too, but like this guy was like, hey, you are lovely. And I was like, thank you. He's like, you are a woman, correct? Yeah. Now I had to tell little boy, I said, clearly we are not a match. Clearly. We are not a match. I have never had somebody question me whether or not I was a woman or not. So I was like, okay.
My mouth dropped when I saw this one too, by the way. My mouth dropped because I was like, what?
I was like, did you just write that? Like, did you just literally write that? Seriously? Yeah. Yeah, that was oh, what can I say? Like that was it. Now look, here's the deal. Danny's, I want to know, did you have an emergency call? I want to know, people. I want to know, because
I'm gonna do a prediction. I guarantee you it's gonna be more women that said they had an emergency call than men. I bet the men didn't have any emergency calls. I bet they were just like, hey, either they suffered through it or they called it off like right then and there. I'm sensing a pattern here though. Why y'all just can't be like, it is not working?
Women are more gracious and try to like if I'm gonna let a guy down, I guess I should let him down easy.
That's I appreciate it. I guess y'all are. I guess that's the difference between men and women. I don't know. I guess that's the difference. Maybe I'll do the emergency call. Maybe I'll do that next time.
Hey, the new church greeting is blessed in the Lord and highly educated.
Woo!
I love it. Listen, my aunt was tall and she was good with her hands. After seeing that, she got to be 5'4", what or less. No man wants to catch some hands from someone he loves and fears. Come on, man. Come on. Your aunts, come on. You could be petite and like highly feisty. Like my sister is short, but if she had to, she could throw down. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's really about, Sean Anthony says, I've been saying 5'11" forever, just measured by myself. And he was like, you're 5'10". Oh, significant other. Okay, but I'm say, okay.
Okay.
5'10"? Well, I know in sports that they like to add a couple of inches in sports. You know, I have noticed that.
Yeah.
Like they add inches.
What they said about Bryce Young, he was 6 feet. We know he ain't 6 feet.
No, he's not 6 feet.
We know he's not 6 feet. Now that's a shorty right there. That's what we know.
Yeah, he's not 6 feet. Danny says, I love a quick coffee date first. Exactly, meet and greet. Why would I want to spend all this awkward time with someone at a restaurant? Yeah, if you're not vibing in person, then why bother? That's why the meet and greet is essential, in my opinion, when you're doing the dating app. Yeah. I just think it's like, just do a quick little 15-minute. If it's working great, if not, then you'll know and keep it moving.
Here's something
beyond time.
Yeah, here's something that I heard real quick. So when I was this was like years ago, I was on a dating app and I was doing kind of like the quick coffee date meetups. And there was a young lady on there that said, if we're gonna do coffee, my mentor told me not to talk to anybody who wants to do a coffee date. And I said, well, who and what is your mentor smoking? Because what am I supposed to invest in you besides us meeting up real quick? And it's like the conversation went cold. I'm like, what's wrong with doing a coffee date? Who objects to that?
That goes back to that unrealistic expectation. I don't need a date with you if we're not vibing. That's a waste of time. And time is worth so much more than the money spent on a date. Because I can always eat and take that home. That ain't nothing. That's like carrying. But the time wasted is time you don't get back.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Like, make that make sense.
I didn't go out with her either, but I'm just saying that's what happened. I didn't go out with her.
Never did a dating app, but your boy was winning when I was on the G+ streets. Spencer, when I say I was winning, I really missed the G+ streets. I missed Google+. It was great.
All right, G+.
I never met by from Google+, but Google+ was great.
Yeah.
It was great. What happened to the friend family hookup? What happened to that? Do people still do the friend? I don't do it. Like, I don't.
I think that's one of those things. It's a novelty. It's one of those things you'll tell your grandkids about what it used to be. I don't think it's here no more.
Because people, the friend family hookup back in the day, people actually talked to people.
Yes.
And so they knew about them. People don't talk anymore. So if you got somebody who's like, oh, I know somebody, then you have to have like literally 50 questions because they may not really know them. It's just, that's just kind of, but I haven't, hey, what can I tell you? Danny, hey, she gets it. You need to have the emergency phone call.
That's one person.
Reggie says, hey, no shame in having an easy way out. That's what I'm talking about, man. You got to be prepared. I don't want to be cornered. I don't want to waste any time. Call me 5 to 10 minutes in. 10 minutes truly. It's like, okay, yeah, I gotta go.
But you have the idea anyway. If it's bad, you're gonna leave anyway. So what's the difference? You got the idea anyway.
Loren says, hey, definitely went to the bar and texted a friend to bail me out. I have done it too. On my watch, like, please call me. Yes. See, this is what I'm talking about, Gary. I'm
cut from a different cloth. I don't know.
I don't understand just walking out on people. That's different.
I tell them first. I don't just walk out.
Let me tell you about the DMs as we continue here really quick. So this dude, young man, God bless him. Again, he had an obsession with commas. Maybe he thought it was a period. Either way, it was too much. So it says, sounds great. I'm going out of town this weekend, comma, Abilene, comma, family, comma, on my end during the week after 6, comma, our next weekend, comma. How does that fall with your schedule? So Gwendolyn says, morning, I'm out and about, but I really have no idea what you're trying to say. So I'm free here. Even with the foolishness, I was like, well, maybe I should give him a try. Because sometimes English, and it clearly it didn't work out. We never met up either. We never met up. So
okay.
I'm okay in sharing that. But yeah. I was like, do we not know how to not use a comma? Like, there's this thing called a period. It's like a dot. It's like a little bitty dot. And it tells the reader that you're done with your thought. Like, it just kind of stops right there.
Yeah. Yeah. He just wanted you to pause. He didn't want you to think about it too long. He didn't want you to pause. He wanted you to be like, he didn't want you to stop. He wanted you to pause real quick and keep going. Because if you thought about it too long, he was gonna miss his chance.
I just need to understand like what this is. And I know that I should not judge someone based on their grammar. I ain't gonna lie, I am judging. I can't even help it. Now, I will use double negatives just this evening. I told my husband, I need you to not get a receipt. He was like,
but you did it on purpose though.
I did it on purpose.
They're not doing it on purpose.
Yes. And
that is
like, how are you using the double negative? I said, because not get a receipt means get the receipt.
Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah.
Those two negatives, they cancel out. Right?
We just did math and punctuation. I was like, all right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, I just need you to do it. But I there is a little bit of me that is going to judge with the grammar. I can't help it. It's just because I got to think, if this is how you talk through texting. And I get it. People have problems, but how can we hold a conversation if I don't even know what you're talking about? Like, I don't know how to function like that.
It's just when it's blatantly obvious. Like, if it's blatantly obvious, you can't.
Okay, so the emergency call, Dana's with you, Gary. She says, I'll just tell you that this isn't working and leave.
All right, Danny, we got on the same page.
I feel like I should give somebody like warning that I'm about to leave. I'm too gracious.
No, not gracious.
Like I said, I'm okay now. Maybe I was. He said people really do. People really do that. I guess back the cell phone where new in that cell costs dollars. Wait a minute, hold up.
Wait,
people
what?
Do what, like call, like the emergency phone call? Yeah, people really do that. I believe you have to do it. I'm sorry. And back in the day, yes, back in the day, we talked about cell phone in minutes. You know, when like for those of us who remember like calling after 7 when it was free to call somebody.
Oh, you had to wait till after 7.
Yeah. Yeah, we waited too. I was like, I call you after 7 o'clock. I'll have free minutes at that point. Hey, Dr. Tachi is here. Hello, Dr. Tachi. Welcome. Reggie says, not being into it and knowing that is definitely reason enough to leave. And I'm definitely with Gary on that now. Oh, come on, y'all. Don't leave me hanging.
Hey,
come on.
My people are your people. We here. We here.
Come on. Y'all, I'm just too gracious. Because I just feel like if I have the phone call, I have a good reason to leave versus just walk. I think walking, like, is that not rude to just walk out?
Listen, they got some reality shows, one that I can think of in particular called Ready to Love with Nephew Tommy on TV1, I believe. When you get ready to dip, they having a conversation with you before you dip. Not a phone. I just let me go ahead and tell you this ain't working. We ain't got to ask any extra questions. We ain't got to do the big closure thing. Let me just tell you this ain't working. I appreciate your time. We just gonna go on. I did it before when I met up with my brother. We had fun that night. I didn't even remember the date.
I can't. Well, hey, I come from. I just want to let them down easy. Sean Anthony says, "Yeah, I see that my wife had 25 questions. I had 2. We were a match made up by her roommate, which was my coworker. So yeah, she knew us pretty well. Okay, so she knew. See, like if someone knows you, then it makes it easy for someone to say, hey, this person would be great for you. If they don't know you, then what?
Yeah.
Right? Because then it becomes, well, this person might work out. It might be the deal. Let me go to one more DM, and I want to talk about catfish because I know time is going by really fast. Hey, how are you, honey? Good morning. I'm Olaf. My name, single real man, honest, spoiled, looking real African American treat. Good. I'm living Arlington, Texas. I'm very nice man. I'm looking serious relationship. I'm grown man, looking grown women. I'm have good job. Work hard, sweetheart. I'm responsible. RESPONSABLE. What?
I'm grown man is what I'm stuck on. I'm grown man. Let me go change my name on here. I'm grown man.
Now, okay, so if this is what I was getting in 2016, y'all can't tell me that it's gotten, well, maybe it has gotten worse. Let me not say it like that. Let me not say it like that. Maybe it's gotten worse. I could be wrong.
Would you want to be like, they can spell, I guess, nowadays. They can spell, but it hadn't gotten better.
Hello, Fifi. Yes, man. I was like, what is this supposed to, in the all caps, all the caps.
Yeah. So not only were you yelling at me, but the citizens is real broken. The citizens is broken.
Oh my God.
What they say, polar tink tink? That's it right there. It is it.
At one point, I started to quit. I was like, you know what? This just ain't working. Now, I paid for 3 months.
Okay.
And I was like, if it doesn't work out in the 3 months, I'm out, right? I'm done. And we just got to figure out how we're going to figure this out because atrocious. Okay, this is but I was dealing with this. And I thought to myself, I don't even understand how somebody is supposed to meet anybody. Like the club scene was not my deal. I could do a lounge, but I didn't do clubs. Like it's not my thing. At one point, people were talking about going to the grocery store to meet people in certain zip codes. Come on now. But
man, they got that from a movie or a TV show.
Ain't nobody doing that. We're not doing that. Yeah. He says, I'm in Atlanta. Question everything. I grew up to learn what dude looks like a lady was really all about. And in Atlanta, dudes look like ladies and ladies look like dudes. So yeah, I gotta ask. Okay, so I need to sit on that real quick.
Chris always making you think. He always making you think.
for me, like I will say this, and this is something that's coming in some future episodes, but I know that when I cut my hair off in the North, it felt like norm. And when I moved to Texas, the number of dudes who says some ultra ridiculous things to me was like, what? Like I would get stuff like, are you into men or are you into women? Well, I'm not into ignorance, so you're okay. You ain't got to worry about it, right? I just feel like this right here, there should never be a question. There should never be a question. But I'm gonna sit on it.
You're gonna sit on it.
Especially because I'm very articulate. My problem is I can spell half the words I say. Okay, now again, I get it that there is a place where you can be forgiving with spelling. I get it, but Grammarly nowadays,
it's already
like you can just. But you're putting this out as a way to talk to people. This isn't going to work. The warning is saying this isn't going to work. That yes, I had a lot of that. I had a lot of this is not going to work, and there you go. Oh, Rest I beg to differ, Spencer. I think you should use your discernment, but it's rude to just meet someone and ask about their private parts. See, there's always somebody who's gonna say it for me because I was like, how do I? That is a whole nother thing. It really is a thing. But if we're meeting, that's the first thing. Is like, yeah, then we're clearly not a match. Like it's not gonna work out.
Okay, that's better. That's better put. Yeah.
Which brings us to this. I'm gonna come back to my comments, but can we talk about catfishing?
Oh man, it was very popular for a while, and apparently it's still going on. The TV show. I mean, of course, catfishing been going on forever, but the TV show, right? As I told you, the TV show is still going on, which is shocking. It's been around for years now. That last aired episode was February 6, 2024.
I don't get it. I don't get it. There was a guy who attempted to catfish me, right? And I will tell you this, if you, I am petty. Okay, I'm gonna say I'm petty. So he attempted to catfish me and Gwendolyn went there. I went on every single social media platform, blasting his photo, sharing my story, and he followed me on every single one. Leaving comments about why are you messing with this guy? You don't know him. You guys didn't really meet. How do you know? He's just looking for love. I went all over. I mean, everywhere. And it was only because my work husband, Ron, called me from New York City to tell me to stop it. He said, you stop it right now.
Shout out to Ron.
He said, I need you to stop right now. I was like, fine. I don't get the point of catfishing. I don't get it. Because you got to know that at some point you have to meet this person in person. Like you have to meet in person. No? So like, why would you use somebody else's face and act as if, and here's the deal, his face, being in New York, I was like, your face looks familiar. And he was like, no, not at all. I said, were you ever a model? He's like, no, not at all, never. I was like, are you sure? Because this don't look like, this look like somebody. He's like, no. Yeah. So when he kept sending me these ridiculous DMs and everything, I just got agitated. And if you push me enough, I will come for you. And I was all over the place. And everywhere he was creating these new accounts. I mean, just so I don't get it. I don't see the point of catfishing. I don't get it. Catfishing works because you didn't ask everything. No,
that's not it.
No, that's not it.
Catfishing works because it's a lie from the complete beginning. And I don't understand how people can actually catfish because I'm comfortable in my own skin with who I am. So I don't understand that urge. But for anybody that does it, like, you gotta know, like you said, you're gonna get exposed because we gotta meet. We're not just doing this for the fun, right?
Right. You have to meet at some point, right? Yeah, dude. The fact that he used my name to still do some numbers behind it, I was like, bruh, seriously? Seriously, when I
Right.
tell you everywhere, there is a video. There's a video of me calling him out, and my friend Mary was working on some true crime documentaries at that time, and she's like, Gwendolyn, I need you to cut it out. Like, this could get dangerous. People have been hurt from being on the internet and, you know, doing these things, and I get it. All I said was, I got two friends. They name is Smith and Wesson. So, which is not what you should do. So please don't follow my lead. But yeah, I was so angry. And yeah, Virgos will do some stuff. Y'all know how Virgos be. Don't act like y'all don't understand Virgo behavior. Y'all know how we do. I didn't want to hold a grudge. I figured I'm gonna take care of this real quick. I'm gonna be done with it. So that's what we did. Dr. Todd just talked about my friend from wherever who was looking for grown women. Yeah. Oh, hey, okay, good point. You are. Now, if I may, I don't know about you guys, but in January, it felt like every third commercial was a dating app commercial. I saw one called for Black people. There was one for Christians. There was eHarmony. There was Match. I saw Zoosk. I saw Hinge. Don't
forget about my favorite. You don't have to be lonely at. No, anybody else gonna finish? Farmers only. No, okay. That's the most catchiest one. I don't know. I feel like they ought to have a high success rate.
I mean, it felt as if it's January. So for all of you who want to get in shape, well, get your love life in order too. And here are all the dating apps. They were literally like every third one was a dating app. I know I can't be the only one who saw it because it was everywhere. It was everywhere. And I thought, Jesus Louise, is that where we are right now? Everything is a dating app right now, like everything.
Yeah, so we definitely talked about that. We were shocked. I was like, you see this? She's like, yeah, it's a lot of dating apps on right now. Now,
my husband, I titled him Cool 52 in my book. I had an Evernote folder. I had an Evernote folder that kept all of my screenshots for all the folks that I was conversing with, because I have to have a system. Last time we sent a message, did they respond? Yes, Virgo behavior. Okay, don't judge me, Virgo behavior. And so Kenneth was known as Cool 52. That was his code name. Because I was, you know, a little bit younger, but yeah, I mean, I didn't get married till I was 42 years old. I don't remember. I gotta do the math. I was an older bride, but I do believe that there is a dating site for those who are older. There's one for single parents. What was the single parent dating app? Do you know, Gary?
I forgot it, but yeah, it is one out there for single parents. I forgot what it's called.
For single parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot. I mean, people have to meet where they can meet. I do appreciate that with the single parent one, the Christian one, and everything else, depending on what you're looking for, your preferences, you can find an app that speaks to that. So that is, I do believe that is a plus. I do believe that's a plus.
I believe that single parent one is called Stir, something like that.
Stir? Is it Stir?
I think it's Stir. I just kind of did a little quick search for it. That was the first one that popped up. I think it's Stir.
I like how Lorraine says the half face is still giving DSW model. When I tell you this face was pristine, I was like, I said, I could have sworn I've seen this guy before. I know I've seen this guy before. I'm not crazy. Well, okay, there's a little bit.
Look at that jawline.
True Virgo fashion.
Look at that jawline.
Yes. I'm just trying to tell you that straight Virgo behavior. We're not going to even lie about that. We're not going to lie about it. But I do want to leave space for these last couple of comments, and I'm gonna let Gary take over on this one.
Yes. So for those of you paying attention and watching on the live and the replay, yesterday was a national holiday, and if you didn't know what it is, I'm here to tell you. Yesterday was National Side Chick or Side Piece Day, where everything is 50% to 75% off. I just want to let you know there is still opportunity out there for people to spoil yourself or spoil somebody else. They didn't make the cut on Valentine's Day, but they made it on National Side Piece Day.
The fact that you can say that without laughing just absolutely baffles me. That you call it for National Side Piece Day. Although I do like the song Side Piece. I'm
Side
still
Piece.
It's a darn good song. I can't help but play it. Right? I do like the song Side
Love
Piece.
that song. Love that song.
Yes, National Side Piece Day. Oh,
Before you get into the comments, I wanted to ask this real quick, and it's going back to when we were talking about the meet and greet. So when you do a meet and greet, right? And not the 15-minute coffee date, but like, I guess an actual date. Like, how would you advise people to show up? Because I've seen oftentimes people show up very shy, ill-tempered, and not really like trying to put forth effort. Not saying you're going to give the whole gung-ho, but it's like, we're both here to like enjoy each other's company and see if this is worth continuing. And I've seen some people not really show up. And then it's like, well, that was a great date. Like you said, it's like watching paint dry.
Yeah.
Being the other contestant in the room in a sense.
The meet and greet is speed dating, but it's a private speed dating session.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've never had a chance to do speed dating. I've had some friends who have done it.
Mm-hmm.
You get a certain amount of time, you pop, you on to the next. So it's speed dating.
Mm-hmm.
You are coming to meet somebody. I don't suggest bringing some alternate ego of yourself. Bring yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like my husband, God bless him, brought his iPad to our meet and greet because he's that guy. And we ended up talking for 2 hours. Hold on.
Bless you.
I had to sneeze that real quick. I was like, I'm trying to. It was like two hours, like two and a half hours. We ended up talking. So if the meet and greet goes really well,
yeah,
then yeah, stay longer. If the meet and greet ain't meeting and greeting,
both.
Either have your emergency phone call or just walk out.
Emergency phone call.
I like how Lorraine says, not going to having a whole To All the Boys I Loved Before Meet Sex in the City book. Where to link? Hey, the Black Power Bunny Dating Diary is on my it's a playlist because you just can't make up some of this stuff, right? So it is there. I'm okay with it because there is a journey in dating, and I just felt like I can't be the only person who is going through this foolishness. Why not share my story with everybody else? Because, and then when I finally got the ring, we also did my dress fittings, like my finding a dress. We did that as a live as well, which some folks were not happy with. They were like, you shouldn't share your dress. Well, I didn't buy any of them dresses anyway. It was the whole thing. Oh yes, stir for single parents.
That's okay.
I've never been on it. Okay, but
that's
David,
what I
you
thought.
didn't say it like that. You get to say it like that. We were just.
That's what I thought. I went on here and did a quick search, for single parents. Stir, it's out there.
Yes. I think the whole thing is unfair because I have seen some of those glamour shots and girl, quit playing. You don't look like that other than your birthday and Easter Sunday. Okay, so let's talk about makeup really quick. Mm-hmm. Makeup is like everything else. It is a way to decorate the body. Earrings, watches, necklaces, fragrance, lotion, all those things are ways to decorate the body. Tattoos, henna, they all do it, right? So there's nothing wrong with I don't think there's anything wrong with wearing makeup. I mean, sometimes I have it on, sometimes I don't, right? Mm-hmm. But if you choose to wear it, that's your choice and nothing wrong, But if the idea is someone is pretending to be something that they're not, I don't do a lot of heavy contouring. It's not my thing. I don't have the patience for that. I don't have a lot of time for that. So I don't do heavy contouring. But I will do this before we wrap this up because as I was talking to Gary the other day, I went in for, I know this is like a complete 360, maybe it's a 360 because it's not a 180, it's a half turn. I'm doing a full turn, a full subject turn as I do the math. I was at the dentist's office getting my cleaning yesterday as I drink red wine. Okay, but Dr. Daniel says, hey, G, what's going on? I was like, hey, Dr. Daniels, I'm good. She says, hey, I see you out on Instagram. You're staying busy. I was like, oh, I didn't know. So I want to shout out my doctor, my dentist at the Smile Lounge. Absolutely love what she does. If you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, she's in Grand Prairie. I will drive, now she's up the street, but I will drive for great service. She makes dental health so easy. She and her entire team, they explain everything. I leave there happy every single time. And the teeth is there too, right? So shout out to Dr. Daniels at the Smile Lounge for keeping this together. I'm at a place of maintenance. We're at a place of maintenance right now because in case you didn't know, your ears and your nose and your teeth continue growing as you get older. Okay? Just in case you didn't know. Just in case. So when you think I had the braces when I was like 18 years old, it's only good for like 20, 30 years and then it's done. It's going to shift again. And your ears get really I just want you to know that right now. But I love what she does. So if you're in the area, check her out. If you're not in the area, I don't know, you can still check her out. They're on Instagram at the Smile Lounge. All right, let's get these last comments and wrap this up. It's been an hour already.
Nah.
That's what I tell people at work. You will never see me looking as good as I do in my headshots. I did her headshots too, by the way.
Hey, shout out. Self-plug. All right.
Yes.
All right.
It's waiting. It's waiting. It's waiting for I was like, wait to end. So how do I decorate my 5'7"? Well, you put clothes on. Hello.
I mean, do you have a tall dream? Do you want to be taller? Like there are solutions out here. Oh, she left. There are solutions out here. It's all about what you want to happen. Do you want to be taller? Like G said, do you want to dress it up? Yes, Converse does make platforms.
It says Converse makes platform Chuck Taylors.
They do.
And yeah, if Prince can do it, y'all can do it too. And you are a Prince fan, so don't act like you don't know. Spencer, you do know. Hey, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Everyone who will watch the replay as well. Thank you, my guest, Gary Jackson Jr. If you like what we're doing here, you should get on the GRH Jack email list. Because I have like more than one podcast. All I do is I have like time to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like I have time to talk. I have it. And I am working on something special for next week. So cross your fingers. I'm working on something special for next week. Yes, we do love a good boot. Dude, I love a good boot. Man, I had some Steve Maddens. Woo! You couldn't tell me nothing. I mean, I was like, click, 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 click. I was doing it all over in my 5 inches. I loved it.
Here's the funniest thing about shoes nowadays. They all add an inch or so to you anyway. So I'm telling y'all the truth. You got an extra inch, go ahead and tell everybody.
They do.
Only you and the doctor know the truth.
Gary, thank you. Everybody tuning in and those watching the replay, thank you again. We are going to go take some algae meds and enjoy the rest of my wine. I didn't even talk about that. Gary, how you let me not talk about
I'm sorry. We were too into it.
We're doing Brown Estate, Chaos Theory, another Black-owned. There we go. Another Black-owned wine. Yes, Chaos Theory is a beautiful red blend. I highly advise you guys to get you some. Not because I get paid, because it's just that good. You know what I'm saying? It's just that good. All right, now we have it. Gwendolyn, cue your music. Thank you for watching another episode of Girl, Listen. Be sure to tune in every other Friday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we also invite you to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.